Yeah, Clay Higgins went full Nazi earlier. He said, LOL. These Haitians are wild. Eating pets. Voodoo. Nastiest country in the Western Hemisphere. Cults. Slapstick gangsters. But damned if they don't feel all sophisticated now, filing charges against our president and VP. All these thugs better get their mind right and their ass out of our country before January 20th. By the way, that is literally how he sounds.
Generally speaking, my colleagues in the Democratic Party, it's a broad generalization, admittedly, but I mean, the sky is blue, the grass is green. The Democrat Party is a party of attorneys, and the Republican Party is a party of businessmen.
If you guys didn't know. Unsurprising that Representative Clay Higgins is a unrestricted, unhinged, unimaginable racist. Who could have foreseen this? Who could have thought that this was the case? Well, I don't know. Maybe this kind of shit.
The street gang is responsible for hundreds of violent crimes, murders, armed robberies, witness intimidation, burglaries, drug trafficking, extortion, and brutal beatings. We've arrested 10 of these thugs and have warrants on 7 more. Every one of these animals is most definitely armed and dangerous. Darren Carter, Aaron Carter, Travis Cooper, Cody Guidry, Jaron Diggs, Kirkland Demochet, and Jonathan Landry. We have felony warrants for your arrest. You will be hunted. You will be tracked. And if you raise your weapon to a man like me, we'll return fire with superior fire. Darren Carter, you...
I love that it swaps. Like in my head canon, he went and he changed his outfit quickly, like while he was talking.
Like you, that's never won a fair fight in your life. 125-pound punk like you, that's never won a fair fight in your life and hold your gun sideways. Young man, I'll meet you on solid ground anytime, anywhere, light or heavy. Makes no difference to me. You won't walk away. Look at you. Men like us, son, we do dumbbell presses with weights bigger than you. And the convicts in jail, most of those men are good people who just found themselves crossed with the law. They're not evil, and they don't respect you or any punk like you. They'll toss you around like a rag doll. I encourage every citizen watching this to look into your own heart and find the American courage that conquers all evil.
That's Clay Higgins. Is that real? Yes, brother. Clay Higgins is, if you are, okay, hold on. If you think that this is funny, you haven't seen Mr. Clay Higgins at the Holocaust Memorial.
Could be a railroad anywhere, right? Except for this one's at all. Could be a railroad anywhere, right? Except for this one's at Auschwitz, Birkenau. The expansion of Auschwitz, where 4 more large gas chambers were built. They could murder 2,000 people at a time. On these rails rode those poor souls, hauled in from all over Europe. They say as many as 20-25% of them died on the train.
It's just like he went to Auschwitz and was like, time to bust out my phone camera and make a really compelling video about the horrors of the Holocaust. This is why I always say half of these psychopaths would live way happier lives if there was an arts program funded at the national level. If there was like a federal arts program that went in to the deep south, went into places like Louisiana and just basically told these guys that they could be the theater kids that they want to be. They straight up, this guy would have never become a cop. He would have just been living in his polycule, okay? We'd be living in an objectively different world. He's just, if I didn't know better, I would think this is a parody. It's funny because he had to retract his Auschwitz video and apologize after criticism. This is when he went with, I think, Trump, where he recorded a 5-minute video. On Wednesday afternoon, he apologized for it, and he said, I filmed the Auschwitz message with great humility. My intent was to offer a reverent homage to those who were murdered in Auschwitz and to remember the world that evil exists. that free nations must remember and stand strong. However, my messages cause pain to some whom I love and respect. For that, my own heart feels sorrow. Out of respect to any who may feel that my video posting was wrong or caused pain, I have retracted my video. Now, let me tell you something, okay? You think he's going to have a statement like that about the Haitians? No. Anyway, the atrocities that happened in Auschwitz were truly despicable, and we must never let history repeat itself in such a way. I have always stood with Israel and all Jewish people, and I always will. We live in a dangerous world, and massive forces of evil do indeed yet exist. We must all stand united against those evils. Anyway, he deleted the video, but he literally got yelled at by the Auschwitz Memorial, Auschwitz Museum. Because, chat, this video gets so much worse. Let's take a look.
Sometimes the trip was 7, 8, 10 days. Had no food or water. Eventually, those that survived the trip ended up here on these rails. Great sense of dread comes over you.
Imagine being like a Jewish dude who's going to Auschwitz on a trip to Auschwitz to just look at the horrifying nature of the Holocaust. And you're over there and you're trying to really just take it all in about the horrifying nature of these atrocities, okay? And how serialized this was. And you got this mother potato head walking through the shoe pile being like, that's right, because of the Holocaust we must actually beef up our national security. And yes, he did do that. He went into the ovens, he went into the gas chamber, and that's where he actually delivers the riveting commentary that I just made, which is that the Holocaust reminded him of why we have to beef up the Department of Homeland Security.
Cyclone B. Actual cans used to kill 1.1 million innocent civilians here in Auschwitz. I said they would squeeze 700 people in here.
Bro is filming, and I repeat, inside of the gas chambers. He is vlogging inside of the gas chambers, bro. This is one of my favorite videos that any Republican has ever filmed of all time. It is so insane. It is so incredible that he put this together and he edited it. And I know while he was editing it, his tongue was sticking out of his mouth. He was like, he was really trying to put this shit together with his potato ass thumbs.
The guards would drop Zyklone 5 cyanide gas from above through hatches. The cyanide pellets activated when they hit oxygen. After about 20 minutes, everyone was dead. And then slave labor would go into the room and drag the bodies of those poor souls out and bring them and incinerate them in these ovens. There were 3 sets of ovens like that.
No, I'm not adding this music, bro. I don't know if he added it or if it plays automatically when you go to that display.
This is why Homeland Security must be squared away.
Yes! Yes! Come on, dude.
Of ovens like that. This is why Homeland Security must be squared away.
That's Kino. You can't make this up. You got this potato inside of the ovens, inside of the goddamn gas chamber at Auschwitz, being like, I'm filming this entire thing, and right now in this very moment, the one thing on my mind is that we must give more money to the Department of Homeland Security.
Why our military must be invincible. This is the suffocation cell
punishment cell for slave labor prisoners in Building 11 in Auschwitz. They would squeeze as many as 40 at a time, men in here. Standing up, just squeeze them in. It's a small room. And they'd close the door. A heavy, solid door.
Yeah, by the way, he's a Louisiana sheriff. You know his ass doesn't give a fuck about slave labor. And actually, let's be real for a second.
The world's a smaller place now than it was in World War II.
My final thoughts on this day. Dude, come on, dude.
The United States is more accessible to terror like this, horror like this. It's hard to walk away from gas chambers and ovens without a very sober feeling of commitment, unwavering commitment to make damn sure that the United States of America is protected from.
Yeah, dude, that's the lesson to get from never again. I thought to myself, I forgot maybe it looks a little weird when I do it directly at the death camp of Auschwitz.
The evils of the world.
Oh, oh, no! Yes! 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 I forgot the last two photos, bro. Everyone post your rarest Representative Clay Higgins. A fine vintage Higgins filmed in the gas chambers of Auschwitz and called for a strong police state. Dude, it's hilarious because he's like, we need a strong Department of Homeland Security so that we too can put the Mexicans in the same predicament. Like you are directly advocating for the thing that you are supposedly criticizing when you say that. Oh my God. Oh, it's so good. Clay Higgins prayed about it and told CNN he stands by his comments.
Comment on the tweet that Clay Higgins put out today about Haitians.
I heard about that on the floor just now as well. Clay Higgins is a dear friend of mine and a colleague from Louisiana and a very frank and outspoken person. He's also a very principled man. And I think he tweeted, I didn't even see it, but he tweeted something today about Haitians, and he was approached
by January 20th.
Okay. Well, look,
Oh, sorry, Mike. Oh, is it bothering you that you have to deal with these guys who don't have your buttoned up approach, who have the exact same opinion as you do? Like, exact same opinion as you do. They're just too stupid not to hold that back. Oh, man. Oh, God. Here we go again. You fascist freak. He is just as freaky as Clay Higgins is in the exact same, like, religious Christo-fascist nut job way, too. The only difference is he at least has the wherewithal to be a little bit more buttoned up about it. This is a man who openly was like, yeah, me and my son, we keep tabs on each other's porn consumption. Get the fuck out of here, dude. You can never tell me that this guy is like a normal version, okay? He's not. He is the same guy. Clay Higgins, on the other hand, content demon, okay? I much prefer Clay Higgins with his unrestricted racism and his mise en scene, okay? That's the only difference. That's the only difference between him and Mike Johnson, is that Clay Higgins has the bravery and the courage to be able to strap a vlogging iPhone directly to his potato-looking head inside of the gas chambers to offer us some Kino. He, on the other hand, does not have the Riz. He does not have the Riz. He is not an auteur in the way that Clay Higgins is. That's it.
he was approached on the floor by colleagues who said that was offensive. He went to the back. I just talked to him about it. He said he went to the back and he prayed about it and he regretted it and he pulled.
Yeah, he prayed about it. Remember when Clay Higgins also had that like that psychotic episode and he tweeted out, what was it? He tweeted out about the woke blue sky or whatever. Dude, that was another amazing Clay Higgins moment. What the Was it? Yeah, here. You millennial leftists who never lived one day under nuclear threat can now reflect upon your woke sky. You made quite a non-binary fuss to save the world from intercontinental ballistic missiles. There was that, and then he also had his like thing about his wife. That's funny. That is also Clay Higgins. There was another thing about his wife in a dream. He like had some fucking psychotic. Oh, here. My wife has the gift of premonition. Last night she dreamed that federal squads were in our home seizing guns, knives, unauthorized foods, and stored water. They said we had been reported. Becca awoke, crying. What happened to our freedom, she asked. What indeed? I wanted to pause there and reflect on the statement, okay? I wanted to have the weight of this statement stand on its own. It was beautiful. It was fantastic. It was Clay Higgins. That's my goddamn goat.